Phil here with Houston Pacific North Sports. What we have here is the new wide trench board from Stinger Boards. The wide trench is their answer to the battery change problem of narrow trench boards. So this is going to be wider than the FoilDrive. I'll show you here with a unit. Actually, I have one right here. So this is the width of the battery. You can get your hands in there or a tool in there to unlock it and change the batteries. That's the deal. We're gonna run through it. I'm also gonna show you how to two-sided tape your mast to the FoilDrive unit to make it easy to change on a narrow trench board. So wide trench, narrow trench board, we have them both. We have the Zappos in stock, and then this is gonna be the first wide trench board we have. Stinger boards are made in North America by hand. They have a production model coming out. They come with a bag, come with a leash, and the price is like $14.99. So this is handmade in Whistler, which is British Columbia in Canada, our Canadian friends. So Steve Legge, shout out to Mr. Steve, who is awesome. Been making boards for a long time. So we get these from those guys. This is his new innovation. This is the 5.0. This is the one I'm going to ride, 47 liter. If we can help you with this or anything else, let us know. Let's run through the video.
Okay, so we're doing this to make it easier to switch batteries in a trench. So the idea is the mast is connected to the FoilDrive unit, so you can pull it out together and switch the batteries and then put it right back in without having to line up the mast on the unit along with the bolts. So I'm using the split bolts here, which are the best and easiest option as far as efficiency through the water, and then ease of use as far as lining them up. That's how it works. So they're split in the middle, and then they slide together. So there isn't any extra bolt hanging out, and they're just the right size for every mast and FoilDrive board combination on the market. So I'm using VHB tape, like the 3M VHB. It's incredibly strong. I actually put too much on here. It's hard for me to get off. And if you need tips on how to get it off without damaging your mast or the unit, I know how to do that, do it every day. Anyway, you can use regular two-sided like Scotch tape. I use the thick stuff on the lift mast because it has that cork seal, which is maybe 1/16 of an inch thick. So the adhesive had to be thicker than that seal to make it work. So if you choose to use VHB, just a sharp pair of scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. Just kind of peel a piece off like this, cut it, and then stick it on there. Try to avoid bubbles, but it's not the end of the world. Like I said, I could have used easily half this amount and it would have stuck just fine. Or even less than that, maybe a third of this amount. It's not holding any load. That's the beauty of doing this. All the load's on those bolts that go through the whole system. This is just to hold it on there kind of in place. So I'm just going to throw this on the bottom of that mast here and then stick it to the unit. So if you are using VHB, there's a trick to peeling the backing. The backing sticks to the VHB. Everything sticks to the VHB, right? It's a problem. So I use my knife to just pop up the edge of that corner. And then once it's up, you can peel the rest off. And this is a tip for like GoPro mounts as well. I used to do a lot of VHB work when we did foil mount. So I'm used to peeling it, and that's kind of how you do it. You peel the edge with a knife, and then pop that sucker off to stick down. So lining up on the FoilDrive is imperative. It's a big deal. Needs to be straight. The good news is FoilDrive has slotted bolts front to aft. So the front to aft position isn't as important as the side to side. Side to side needs to be right. But even then, a lot of the bolt holes for most masts are oversized. So just get it close. VHB is great. Same with two-sided tape. Put it down lightly, and you can always peel it back off and kind of set it down. Make sure you do an install right after you put it on there to make sure it's right. And if not, you can change it quickly and easily. So that's it. You're done. And you can see now you can easily pull that right out of there. You still have the split bolts in the track ready to line up and install. The wizard hat setup also works well in the M6 where they're sticking out. It's easy to line right back up where it needs to go. But this way you pull it out and you don't have to line that mast up with the FoilDrive unit. It's stuck to it. Okay, method 2 is the wide trench. This is new. They're making these trenches oversized. so you can get your hands or a tool in there. So this unit is installed. You can see I'm using the end of that Torx tool just to pop open those 2 latches. This FoilDrive is fully bolted down now, so I can loosen that up and then slide that nose cone off and switch the battery right there. So you notice the other thing is that trench needs to be a little longer as well, and they're doing that also. So they're wider and longer to accommodate switching the batteries while in the trench. So I know what you're thinking. These are wider and longer, so there's going to be more trench, to suck water in and drag. And yeah, that's the case for sure. There's always a trade-off. So depends on, how easily you want to switch batteries. The stick down method's good. The wide trench option's good. Obviously, if you already have a narrow trench board and you want maximum efficiency, the stick down method is probably the one you're going to go with versus buying a brand new wide trench board. But both are an option. Here's a great shot of that board bag that comes with the Stinger Foils board and then the leash inside there. Bag's great, leash is great. Everybody should include a bag with their trench board just to protect it and all that. Okay, if you guys have questions about these methods or need anything else, we keep everything that FoilDrive sells in stock. If we can do it, they're always coming out with new stuff, so we're always getting new stuff in. Lots of boards, trench boards, FoilDrive specific mid-lengths, all kinds of stuff in stock. Those split bolts are a big deal. They're awesome. They're titanium. We have them M7 for the Armstrong and then M8 for everything else. If you need M6s, we have Wizard Hat specific ones. You can see all this stuff and more at HoustonKiteboarding.com, or you can give us a call if you have questions or need a custom invoice. The number is 281-508-6485. Really appreciate you watching these videos and hope we can help you out with stuff in the future, and see you out on the water, foil driving and enjoying nature. Thanks for watching.